Hello everyone and welcome back to Wiki Reading. Today I will be reading The Choice Game, author unknown. I have a weird story to share. It's not really a normal story, more like one of those campfire horror stories you tell to scare your friends. You could call it a ritual, I guess. The most popular name for it is The Choice Game. So you'll probably want to hear about this ritual. For starters, the items you need to play it are as follows: a portable phone, an item of food, a pencil or pen, a sheet of paper, an animal of any kind. You should find a nearby woodland, since as far as I know, that's the only place it can be performed. It's also important to note that, for the most part, you can go back any time, unlike all those other stories. Once you step inside, you can never go back. God, I can just feel the cliche burrowing into me just reading that. And just a heads up, if you like animals, I recommend you don't read this story. Never mind perform the ritual. If your little doggy is that dear to you, which unless you're a goddamn psycho, it probably is, don't do this. Please. To start off, get out your phone and dial a specific number. Now, you can only do this in specific countries, so if a number from your country doesn't appear, thank your lucky stars. For the UK, call 01782 844 111. For the US, call 1-719 596 7000. For Italy, call 3906 588 0516. For Norway, call 2109 04 80. Once you've connected, you'll hear nothing but silence. You'll need to take the first step by saying a certain phrase. The one in this example is English, but translations can work interchangeably. You could speak goddamn Klingon into it. Just use a translation and it will work. The phrase is, "If you kindly allow me, let me pass freely." That's all you need to say. Nothing else. Afterwards, you hear a sharp screech of static and the number will disconnect. That's how you know you did it right. Otherwise, you did it wrong and called your local pizza place or something, dumbass. So let's say you did it right. Good job. You're about to commit an atrocity. Pat yourself on the back. Put down the phone and write some words onto the piece of paper. It can be anything. Scribble down some swears like you're a bored 14-year-old armed with a pencil and a dictionary, or make a manuscript for your erotic Zootopia fanfic. It's your choice. It'll work. Put the paper elsewhere and then go fetch your item of food. Place the food in the middle of the paper and wrap the paper around the food. With that done, get an animal, like a street raccoon or something, or go the easy and depraved route and use a pet if you have one. Any animal would work. Hell, you could use a blue whale if you were that bored. Anyways, you then need to trek into the woods, with the food wrapped in paper and the animal in tow. Inside the woods will be a small, pristine shack that has seemingly popped up out of nowhere. You've never noticed it. Maybe you've even walked all over the spot where it was the day before. Too bad, you have now. Walk into the shack and knock on the wall 4 times. Knock, 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 knock. Just like that. An old man, slightly short of balding hair and a wrinkled face, will then walk through the entrance into the shack and greet you politely. Greet them back, and they'll strike up a conversation, which you must go along with. At some point in the conversation, they'll bring up the paper in your hand, and say it looks kind of weird. They'll ask if they can eat it, since they knew what item you put in it. Give it to them, and they'll just bite through the thing like a marshmallow. Choose not to, and they'll just continue the conversation until you get bored. If you went through with giving them the paper, they'll keep talking, and then bring up the animal. They'll ask to look at it, and inspect it. Give it to them, and they'll open its mouth and look inside. Then they open its mouth further, and further, until its arms start flailing and its jaw breaks. They'll dig their hands into the walls of your animal's mouth and then tear it in two. All while maintaining that polite, friendly smile. If you refuse, like, someone who isn't fucking demented, The person will get angry and leave the shack. You'll then be free to leave as well, and you can come home knowing that little rover survived that day. But if you went through with those two things, they'll hand you the animal and tell you to look closely at its throat. When you do, you'll see a strange, captivating vision somehow playing inside the throat. It varies from person to person what this vision is. Some people say they see new colors. Others may see beautiful, ethereal figures dancing to and fro. Some might even see dead relatives. Look back after this, and you'll see that they're gone. Follow this carefully. Failing to do so will land you with injuries, or worse. Exit the shack, but in doing so, take only 4 steps. This is easy for people who decided to be right next to the door, but if you're at the opposite end, God help you. When you exit, you'll find a close friend near a door. You could have seen them every day at school, or they could just be someone you know over the internet. It doesn't matter though. They'll be standing there, smiling. They'll coax you inside, but once you're in, the door you came through will disappear. No going back now. The friend you were with is suddenly the person that resided in the shack, still bearing that godless, polite smile. They'll try and talk to you again, mentioning the animal on your face. Please, don't talk to them, because if you proceed further with the conversation, well, they'll ask to inspect you. Respond, and you'll be hit with a strong blow of ironic karma. You'll befall the same fate as the poor animal you sacrificed to make this happen. And from there, well, you're dead. Duh. So you have to ignore them for a few minutes, after which they'll lead you by the hand into a room filled with lost friends and family members. Some may be dead, some you haven't seen since your younger days. You'll be asked which ones to save and which ones to kill. The dead ones, well, they're dead, so it doesn't really matter, right? But the alive ones will make you sweat, leave you deciding what brought you to this point. When you choose one person to save, another will die from horrible causes. In a day or two, you'll be getting calls from your relatives about how little Ryan was found riddled with holes, or how Uncle Perry succumbed to sudden, fatal, and painful disease. It'll be all your fault. You'll have killed them. You'll be a murderer. Just try and live with yourself afterwards. Most people off themselves out of regret. Afterward, the person you saved will encounter great fortune in numerous ways. They might become rich, make the next best thing, or even just get the girl they wanted. As for any dead ones you may have saved, well, they won't die. Their fates will warp in such a way that they never died. If you say how sad it is that Richie couldn't be here after he died of cancer at a family reunion, they'll cock their head and just point out that Richie is right in front of you. You'll fall asleep and then wake up in your home. It's over. Some people might wonder, why are you telling me this? How do you know this? Well, to be honest, I overheard my owner talk about performing it with his friend. I don't know how 2 people would fit into it, though. As for how I know this, well, I'm quite smart for a dog. Too smart, even. No one really knows this, but I'm like that because... Oh, sorry. I have to go for a walk now. My owner's taking me out for a walk. I saw him stuffing something in his pocket earlier. Wonder what it could be.